Hi everyone, thank you for connecting with me today. If you'd like to skip ahead, there are timestamps in the description box below, along with additional information such as planetary transits and how to book a personal reading. If you are in the Denver area, hit me up the first week of February and I would love to give you a one-on-one reading. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so not everything will resonate with everyone. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. This is a loving community where we help each other grow, so I really appreciate the helpful, loving comments, and I love it when you guys support each other. And a big, big, big special thank you to my subbies. I am really feeling the love, and I have just appreciated it so much. So grateful for the likes, the comments, the shares, the subscribes. I love the personal readings you guys have been asking for, and I love when you guys just email me to connect with me. I'm really feeling the love, and I love you guys so much, and it really means a lot to me. I get so much from these readings, and I just love the group therapy, especially whenever Spirit, swoops in and gives us something unexpected. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if this video resonated with you, and without further ado, let's get on to your readings. Hello Virgo, welcome to February 2018. How are we doing? Let's jump into your spiritual messages. We have we have Angel Daniel. He assists us in marriage. He says, I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. And the messages I see right here are, because I see the Six of Cups reversed, I see maybe you, and especially with the Knave of Leaves and the Five of Pentacles, I'm already seeing this message of you might be thinking of some bad memories about marriage. In the book, Angel Daniel goes on to say that he's here to help you release memories of the marriage between you and your parents, or lack thereof, or the marriage between your parents or lack thereof, of old marriages, of past relationships, and in existing relationships. If you are in an existing relationship, I think what you may be experiencing at the moment is having memories about feeling abandoned, about feeling left out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles is a card about someone being left out in the cold. In this particular deck, it's cute. We see an elf, a fairy, who just wanted to take a nap in this bird's nest. He just wanted to rest and, make this his home. And then the mama bird swooped in and said, you're going to crack my eggs. Get out of here. This isn't for you, right? So it's in this particular deck, it's about like being in a spot that isn't for you. And whenever it's reversed, it's like you have moved out of that spot. But it typically shows a couple who is outside in the snow and they have threadbare clothes on. And it's like a poverty, lack mentality card, feeling abandoned. And so they're outside of a church, and the wisdom is just to go inside of the church and ask for help. So it's about sort of like, admitting that you can't do it all on your own, and relying on other people. So the Five of Pentacles is about asking for help, but I definitely feel this abandonment issue surfacing, and it could be a result of something in your childhood, because we have the Knave of Leaves right here. The Knave of Leaves is, you could also be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but the Knave of Leaves is a child. Again, could be our inner child, or an immature energy. It's someone who, it's like whenever you're a kid and you feel abandoned by your parents, or you feel really excited to tell your parents about this like great idea, right? And then they kind of shoo you away, like, go away kid, you're annoying me, right? So like the kid takes on this energy of like, fine, I'll just do it myself, kind of like this orphan child, runaway, like Lord of the Flies, left to your own devices type of energy. energy. And we also have the Six of Cups here, and the Six of Cups, it can sometimes talk about a lover from the past. So, you know, this might be someone who you just can't get off your back. It could be a lover from the past that you are dreaming about, that you want to reconnect with, but it's not happening. It can also be someone spying on you. The Page of Swords or the Knave of Leaves is someone who is a little like internet spy, a little internet stalker. So let me know how that resonates for you, Virgo, because there are a lot of different messages. But just remember that Daniel is here to help you, it looks like, with marriage, right? And it doesn't have to be, you know, the ring on the finger, marriage license and all of that. It can just mean like the partner that you commit to. And so there may be some unresolved issues that are going on. There may be some issues with your ex that are unresolved. There may be some issues with your childhood that are unresolved, but let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Spirit, please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all for Virgo and all those who love Virgo. Please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us God-given guidance for Virgo and all those who love Virgo in their spiritual life. What is their soul path right now? One more shuffle for Virgo and all those who love Virgo. The Magician reversed. You have the Magician reversed somewhere. The Nine of Cups reversed and Judgment. So, this can definitely talk about lovers from the past because we have Judgment here, and Judgment talks about resurrecting something from the dead. It can have several different meanings. Sometimes it means you have to use your best judgment. Sometimes it, you know, traditionally it's about the rapture. It's a card about Archangel Gabriel comes down, he blows his horn from the heavens, and he says, do you want to come up here to the light, to the divine, to where everything is in peace and harmony, or do you want to stay down on earth in this shit show and fall into the crevasse, right? Fall into the depths of hell with everyone else. Do you want to continue to do the same shit that you've been doing, the same shit that everyone else does, or do you want to level up? This is also a card about, you know, if you are into spirituality, it's about, you know, going from 3D to 5D, right? So it's about getting better and better. What's interesting is we have two kind of boohoo cards right here. The Magician reversed is someone who is doubting their own abilities. It's someone who has all the skills, has all the training, has all the like, I feel like you're doubting like your lovability, like how lovable you are. So it's like you might be dealing with feelings of abandonment and feeling like it's your fault that you were abandoned, or there was something that they couldn't love in you that made them leave, right? But it had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with your abilities, with your skills, with your talents, with your you know, the things that make you you, and the things that you, like, everyone is deserving of love, right? Everyone has the ability to manifest love. And this might also be, like, your manifestation's not getting met. Like, you keep, you know, praying, you keep, meditating on the law of attraction, and, you keep having faith, but it just doesn't, like, it doesn't bear fruit, nothing's happening, and so now, you know, you might have hit this plateau where you've done all the right things. I mean, Virgos are known for doing all the right things, right? Where you've done all the right things, and it's just not happening, and so, you know, that might cause a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of, like, shake your confidence a little bit. And again, you know, give you this feeling that the reason they left is your fault. And I want to say, the reason that they left is totally their fault. Or it's not even their fault. I mean, if it's like a parent who left, then yes, they have to deal with their own responsibility, right? But if it's a partner who left, you know, love is funny sometimes, and you just never know, like, where you're going to end up. Because, so, you know, they have to walk their path. And them walking their path doesn't devalue you. It doesn't make you any less special, right? And in a sense, they have cleared the way for you to ascend to the next level, for you to move on to better things. In the middle here, we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, it can be a wish fulfillment card, so it can mean, like, you aren't getting your wishes fulfilled. You know, if the Six of Cups is reversed, you might be wishing for a lover to return and it's not happening. But it can also mean overindulgence, so it could mean overeating, overdrinking, sex addictions, overwork, like workaholic syndrome. It can mean anything. I mean, usually it's more like pleasure filled, so it's like jerking off too much, or, you know, something like that. So when we overindulge, when we eat too much, when we are feeling lonely and we overeat, it's because we're trying to fill that space, right? So the important thing is to make sure that this fat and happy situation is not a result of masking the problems that are in your life. Like, instead of masking it with drugs and alcohol, you know, face problems head on. Let's move on to your money, health, and career. But first, a message from our sponsors. Okay, in money, health, and career, we have a double whammy. We have the Six of Cups. Again, reverse. So, interesting. Oh, Virgo. I'm a Virgo moon. This hits home. It's the home card. And, you know, this is... what can I say? It's a card about home, and I totally get it. You know, I am in a transition period in my home life, and, you know, that's part of our material world. We need, like, a safe and comfy home, and, yeah, feeling at odds in my home and with my home situation, so I can definitely relate. But let's see. You know, with this Six of Cups reversed, you might be, you know, if you had a bad childhood, you might be thinking about your troubled home life in your past. If you had a good childhood, you might be missing, you know, those days. I can relate. I am going through some home and family matters myself, and missing my family and longing for home. I totally get it. So home says, you are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Home goes on to say, peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people, or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you are meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. So, we have the sun, and which can also speak about child. You know, there's usually a baby, a child, on the sun card. So again, you know, it could be this past, like, growing up as a child. You know, I miss the security of my home. We also have the Nine of Leaves reversed, and the Nine of Leaves, or the Nine of Swords reversed, is a card about, well, upright, it's a card about worries, about fears, anxieties, doubts. It's a nightmare card, right? So it's sleepless nights, it's staying up worrying and not knowing what to do. So, you know, it's interesting because we have the Sun upright, which is always a happy card. The Home upright, which is always a happy card. But the Six of Cups reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed, like, those are a little kind of painful pangs, you know? The Nine of Swords, as I was saying, is the nightmare card. Whenever it's reversed, it's like you're getting over those nightmares, but you may feel like some of those residual energies. You might be coming out of those nightmares and stepping into the sun, right? So that's good. Spirit, please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for Virgo and all those who love Virgo in their money, health, and career. For Virgo and all those who love Virgo in their money, health, and career. It's funny. I mean, this is about you guys, but my dad is a Virgo, and it's like this issue, like this like home issue. I'm like missing my dad. It's funny. And I'm a Virgo moon, so I'm feeling it, y'all. Let me know if y'all feel it too. One more shuffle for Virgo and all those who love Virgo. Please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. We have the Empress. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. We have the Ace of Swords reversed, and we have the Eight of Wands. So, the Empress is a woman. She's a sexy mama card, so, you know, you could be dealing with your mother, with mama issues. Again, we have the child, and we have children here. Sexy mama, so it's motherhood, maternity, nurturing little ones, right? Whether you are thinking about your mama or whether you are thinking about your children, the Empress is someone who she takes whatever is given to her and she multiplies it, right? So she, you know, you take a seed from a man and you grow it into a child, right? You make a house a home. You, you know, make a melody a song, right? You make a word poetry. So she is the ultimate multiplier. She is creative. She is abundant. She is fertile. She has all the potential to grow whatever she wants. And, you know, this is a very feminine energy. It's a very receptive energy. So, it's not about chasing whatever you want. It's about letting things come to you. So in your material world, we're speaking a lot about home. Maybe you are dreaming of a home you once had, or wondering if you'll ever have the home, the safety, security that you'll have. And you know, there might have been some nightmares, some anxieties about how do I attain this home? How do I get to the next step? You know, I need to move out, but how do I save? Stuff like that. With the Empress here, the Empress can say two things. The Empress says that if you're in this receptive energy, then you don't need to work so hard to try to get this home, right? That the Empress relies on the Emperor to provide for her. So whether that's an actual person for you or whether that's just having faith and reliance on the universe to give you something, right? So it can mean that. It can also mean that the home that you are in now, maybe your house does not feel like a home. And maybe with this Empress energy, you know, she's ruled by Venus. Taurus and Libra are both signs of beauty. So maybe in an effort to make this house feel more like home, you're going to have to beautify it a little, right? Like sometimes the simplest updates, you know, changing your furniture around or getting new throw pillows can really bring a heightened level of comfort to your home. Next we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords in this deck it's usually like a truth, a victory, an idea, a thought. Here we have a labyrinth, a maze, so it's like this puzzle. And whenever I see, you know, the hand of God with the sword out here, it's like he's pointing where you should go, right? He's pointing which direction you should go to get through this maze. So it's this victory, it's this, aha, the truth. I know how to get to the end. I know how to solve the puzzle. Whenever it's reversed, it's like perhaps you can't see this hand of God. Perhaps it's cloudy and you're having trouble seeing where the path is, what the truth is, which direction to go, which way will lead you to victory. And again, you know, maybe it's like, you don't need to go through this maze. Maybe someone needs to get through this maze to go to you, right? Because this is a receptive energy. So, I mean, it sucks because it's about waiting, right? And again, we have the Six of Cups, so you could be waiting on someone to return. But, you know, I would suggest not to spin your wheels so hard to get to the end of the maze. Like, I feel like some sort of truth is going to come to you. I also feel there might be, well, I don't see that right now. Sometimes I see the Ace of Swords reversed as a lie, but with everything else, I don't see it here. I mean, we have the Sun, the Empress, the Home card, I don't see it. Next we have the Eight of Wands, excuse me. And the Eight of Wands is a card about quick messages. So, you know, you might be feeling like, God, I'm never going to solve this home crisis. Like, how am I going to, you know, get the home I want? How am I going to solve this? And it might just be something like, how am I going to pay rent this month? And then quick messages are going to come in that, you know, help alleviate the situation. And again, it's like a receptivity, right? Okay, let's get to your love messages. Okay, in love, we have the King of Bells. Could be your energy. You could also be dealing with a Taurus again, or a Capricorn. We also have spend quality time together. It is important that we spend quality time with those who are we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. So, let's see what the other messages have to say before this is a card about teamwork. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. And then we have the Magician reversed again, which, you know, like I said before, whenever it's reversed, it's doubting your own abilities. So, let's see. If it's, come on. If it's spend quality time together, and we have this teamwork card, then maybe you're spending too much time in solitude and need to reconnect with your partner. If you are single, whoop. Oh, Virgo, I love it. If you are single, then, you know, put more, like, do more online dating, put a little more work into it. Spirit, please surround us with the warm, light, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for Virgo and all those who love Virgo in their love and personal life. Spirit, in their love and personal life. What are the messages for Virgo and all those who love Virgo? One more shuffle. Could you clarify Three of Pentacles and the Magician reverse for me, please? Thank you. Knight of Chalices and the King of Swords reversed. So again, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. You could also be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But let's talk it through. I don't like this man at the end, but let's see. Okay, so the Two of Cups, sweet as can be. It is a card about soulmates, kindred spirits, friendship. In this particular deck, we see two children. They're giving each other gifts. They're at a gate. And, you know, it's just sweet as can be. What can I say? A union. It's a union of hearts. And so, there's definitely potential for love energy around you, whether you are single or whether you have a special someone. You have, you know, two little lovebirds here, two little lovebirds here. So the energy is possible. And there's also a big potential for teamwork too. But what I'm feeling is the Divine Masculine is being a hard ass.
So if you identify as the divine masculine, then I feel like you're not doing the work you should be doing. You're not putting in the effort that you should be doing. You're not making the time. If you identify as the divine feminine, I feel like, you know, you're dealing with a hard ass and it's making you doubt your abilities. And maybe if you're the divine masculine, you're a hard ass because there is some doubt. You are in some ways doubting your abilities. Next we have the Knight of Chalices, and this is the, you know, it can represent a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but he's the knight in shining armor. Look, he's going through a waterfall, ready to sweep you off your feet. He's love. He's an offer of love. He's romantic, sweet, charming. You know, we all want that. And what I get from these two cards, let me know if this resonates with you, but I'm getting, like, this Knight of Chalices was this little boy. I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling, and maybe, you know, this is like the Six of Cups or something, like, you've grown since then, or, the person you're waiting on has grown since then, or something. But there might be, at the end, we have the King of Swords reversed, and the King of Swords is a hard ass, like I said. Like, just look at him. She's coming to him in a wheelchair. She's all crying, and, oh, it looks like he has a medical bag, so maybe, like, this particular King of Swords is a doctor. But, he just looks like stone cold, right? And so, whenever, you know, the shadow side of a King of Swords, of a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, is that they can be cold, they can be distant, they can be really sharp with their words. And I mean, I'm a Libra, so I can kind of get it. You know, sometimes I'll say things and they don't feel like mean to me, but they come off as mean to others because you know, a lot of times I'll just want to get to the point and I don't want to, like, dance around the issue, and some people need, like, a softer approach, and yeah, sometimes I'm harsh when I don't even need to be. So, you know, perhaps the divine masculine is not even meaning to be harsh, and he just wants to get to it, but I feel like this harshness is creating a sense of someone doubting their abilities, and maybe he's being harsh as, like, self-preservation, or, like, protecting himself, because he, like, doesn't believe, what did I say about not believing you were worth it? Like, feelings of, yes, abandonment, right? So maybe these residual abandonment issues are making him a little cold because he wants to self-preserve himself and not be abandoned anymore, right? And this could tie into home. This could tie into, like, your whole reading, Virgo. But remember, there is love there, right? There is a sweet divine partnership. There is love and romance potential, and, you know, just I think spending this quality time together is going to soften, you know, whoever you're sweet on. And again, if you are single, then putting more effort into dating, and having, like, quality conversations with the people you're dating, instead of just, like, what kind of music do you like? Or, you know, and Virgos are pretty good about that, anyway. They have, I don't know, more meaningful conversations, I found. Let's see, I have these, conversation hearts, and I've been using them as runes this month, so let's see what we have for Virgo. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, ooh, Virgo, we have I do, woo, So maybe it involves marriage. This is to the side, so I'll go ahead and read it. It says, yes. Yes, I do. Right? Can we see that? Yes, I do. So who knows? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. I do. You know, I do. I love you very much, Virgo. Let me know how that resonated with you. I will see you next month. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Love you so much. Bye.